Guys, my friends at Barbell Apparel have done it again. Their new, most popular jogger is back and is better than ever. The new Recon 3.0 joggers are here. These joggers are meant to handle any workout and they're gonna keep you looking great on your rest days. I'm always looking to throw these pants on, whether it's at home to relax, work out, or tackle my day. The Recon 3.0 joggers are my go-to. With new features and improved fabric, these joggers are bound to become a staple in your wardrobe. Barbell has added a new structured waistband and an ankle opening to the joggers you love. But that's not all. The 3.0 Recon joggers have new internal pocket storage and waterproof zippers. These joggers have sold out 10 times, so be sure to grab yours before they're gone. So go to barbellapparel.com and upgrade to the newest Barbell joggers today, or just click on the link below. Ariel Helwani has got a new project going. I would love to tell you guys about it. I would love to tell you where to find it and what time it is and a couple of the details, but I don't know. And it isn't because I'm ignorant to the topic, it's because he's doing a vertical. And I simply don't know what that means. So I went to Ariel. I asked him, what's a vertical? What is a vertical in this context? Right? So I can come over and I can plug it, I can tell you where he's be, tell you how to sign up for a vertical, I tell you what a vertical is, I get into the whole thing about his new project, his new vertical. And Ariel is an institution. I mean, if you're an MMA fan of any regard, Ariel's program, which will entertain you for 4, 5, 6, sometimes more hours, particularly when you've got the post-fight blues. Like a post-fight depression is very real as an athlete, win or lose. It's very real where you're down, you say, okay, what is my purpose? I had so much purpose and I had so much attention and it's gone. What do I do now? But as a fan, like it's just this great thing. Ariel does such a great job and he is so consistent. And atop from those compliments, I like Ariel. So I would like to get behind what Ariel's doing. Now, I don't know what a vertical is. And I don't think that makes me unique. But it also doesn't make it comical. Because when I asked Ariel what is a vertical, he attempted to be funny to a comment that I think he interpreted as funny. Because he wrote me back something along the lines of, I told you to email over your resume and you keep putting in the facts. Rules are rules. It was something like this. Like where he took my what is a vertical joke and then he parlayed it into a job request. So perhaps a vertical means a job or a request of a job. Like it was very difficult with the information that I was given. Now, Ryan Harkness was nice enough to get a hold of me and let me know that it's a sport platform. It's pretty focused, pretty thin, pretty narrow in regard, and it's pretty focused, or at least this is my interpretation, and I appreciate that from Ryan. But the reason that I struggle with that is another thing that Ariel said, which is he will be covering professional wrestling, MMA, boxing, and basketball, which is anything but narrowly focused. So I don't know what a vertical is. I wish him well. I hope it goes well. Maybe that's the name of his show. Maybe he didn't own the MMA Hour, and maybe it's now called Vertical. That might be it. I might have just solved the problem. Ariel has a new show, and it's called Vertical. All right. I had not considered that. That might be it. I don't know if it's on Mondays. I would like to tell you guys. But here is something that Ariel said. And I had done these things publicly, by the way. Like I'm asking him publicly, what is a vertical? Now, I will admit a little of that is a nudge to say, hey, dum-dum, no one knows what a vertical is. So if you're going to tell your audience to come and join you on your new vertical, you should let them know what a vertical is, not just use some insider vernacular. Because I can't look it up. Vertical is to go up and down, north from south, if you will. Conversely, horizontal is to be laying down, west to east, if you will. So that is not going to serve me in any way to go and look up these words. I need to know what he meant by vertical. And I did this publicly as a way of not only nudging him a little bit that nobody knows what it is you're saying, but also an opportunity to respond publicly. So now we're having a conversation. Now all of a sudden, we're marketing. We're advertising to the viewer, and the best way to do that is when the viewer doesn't know that you're marketing, right? When they don't know they're being sold. So I'm helping him with this. But instead of him responding to me in a civil matter, he tells me to email my resume as opposed to fax it, and I'm still stuck at what is a vertical? Now, I think I've got it. It's the name of his new show, but I hadn't considered that. Okay, fine. Ariel has dropped the MMA Hour. He's now doing Vertical. But Dan Le Batard had paid Ariel a very beautiful compliment. Dan Le Batard said, I could not have more admiration for what a beast Ariel's platform has become. Ariel Helwani is the most credible journalist in the entirety of the sport's history. Huge compliment. And that is very helpful, particularly coming from Dan, who's got a very big audience and isn't known to spare the lash. Like that's a very nice compliment. And Ariel responded. He said, Dan's support, especially behind the scenes, has meant more to me than he could possibly imagine. For some crazy reason, he had my back before he even met me. And that is something that I'll never forget and I'll always cherish. Love you. Thank you, Dan. Now, why would Dan get that? Why would Dan get that for making a comment? And Ariel tells me to put the resume in the email as opposed to in the fax. You see where one is a slight. You see where one is insulting. You see where one is being catty, and you see another one that is actual praise. So, I don't know what a vertical is. But I also know you don't know what a vertical is. And Ariel is advertising a vertical. Makes perfect sense for me to come out and ask him. But he wanted to thank Dan. He slides me and he wants to thank Dan. Tells him he loves him. Now, do you want to know why I don't thank people on Twitter? Do you want to know why? For the same reason I don't thank my mom at a Hall of Fame. Because she's my mom. Because I could have called her if I wanted to thank her. I could have emailed her. I could have driven over to her house. I could have mailed her a letter. And do you want to know why I have her phone number, her email address, and her zip code? Because she's my mom. That's why I don't need to wait till the Hall of Fame and say, thank you, Mom. I don't need to do that. I would have already done it. And when I got done, my mother would have slapped me in the face and said, young man, have I not taught you anything? You were not at a show tonight to shine somebody else up. You were at a show tonight being shined up, and you had a job, and your job was entertainment, and you did not entertain these people because there's nothing entertaining about saying thank you to your mom. But Ariel got a new show. His show is called Vertical. Somebody else owned the name The MMA Hour. He's got a show called Vertical. I don't know when it's on. I hope Mondays. I don't know if he has guests. I don't know what the platform is. I'd like to tell you. But all I know from Ariel is that he loves Dan. And Dan never once mentioned Vertical. So you guys are equally as confused. No thanks to me.